Hi, this is Ike from Groovy Entertainment. Today's video is about corduroy, a series of books I started reading this year. And I got them all of the books I read so far too. There's one book in here that I hadn't read yet because that's for the July, but I'm going to talk about them in this thing. Now, so far the 8 books I've read, it reminds me of Winnie the Pooh, except with Winnie the Pooh he had kind of a white family with Christopher Robinson and all that, and Corey had a black family, um, a, a girl named Lisa and her mother. And we're going to talk about each book a little bit at a time. Now, this is the first book from 1968, and this is my first time ever hearing about this character in a sense. Now, I've seen this book 100 times when I was little in the 80s and early 90s, but I never read it until this year. And I don't know if the book was this heavy or thick when I was little, because I always thought it was a soft cover book, but I could have been wrong. Here's some pictures of the first book. Right, getting in trouble and all that. He looked like Winnie the Pooh in the beginning. Guess that's what Winnie the Pooh looked like in the early books of Winnie. And so when Disney made him over again, it made him a big yellow bear. Let's see if we can find some pictures of the here we go. There's Lisa and her mother. And a little bit I read of this character. So far, Lisa and the Mother is in only 3 books so far. So this is the one from 68. Then this is the second book. Now, I've read a little bit about this character, so I know what to talk about. And it seemed like the guy who did this one wrote the book, or wrote the story and everything. I think he had a heart attack and never got the book published. So somehow, somebody in 1978, when he wrote the story, found it and published it for him. Of course, he was dead by that point, but they published his book for him, and it made a lot of money for that year. That's what this looked like. Corduroy in a laundromat. Now, Corduroy had better adventures than Winnie the Pooh do, because Winnie the Pooh got the 100 Acre Wood, and Corduroy got the regular city life in a sense. In the first book, he was lost in the mall. The second book, he lost at the laundromat. Let's see if we can find Lisa. There we go. Lisa and her mother in the 70s. So it's kind of got that Winnie the Pooh feel, but he got kind of better adventures. So this is the second book from 1978, 10 years after. And then 1985, they start making Corduroy into his own land. Now, they never said where he was at. Like Winnie the Pooh, he was in the 100 Acre Woods, but Corduroy never had a set place for himself. And this is 1985 Corduroy. And this is with his buddies and everything. Let's see if we can find buddies. Yeah, here we go. Now, so far, I haven't got no name for none of these characters. Like the dog, the Raggedy Ann kind of girl, the rabbit, and the mouse. Now, we know they're toys or stuffed animals, but they never had a name in none of the books I've read so far. So, at least in Winnie the Pooh, they gave each character their own names, like Rabbit, Owl, uh, the Kangaroo people, Eeyore, Piglet. But there are no names to these 4 characters. And I wonder why. So this is 1985. Then in 1985, they made another book, Corduroy Party. That's Corduroy Day we just looked at. Accountant book. This is more like a story. Corduroy still looks the same in 1985. It was a little sloppy in this one. It's like a birthday party they're having. Here's some more of his friends. 3 of his friends now. I don't know if the mouse is in this one. Oh yeah, everybody's in this one, but they still don't give no names to these characters. Now, if you know these characters, you can leave it in the comments and let me know who are these character names. Now we will be, or should I say, I will be putting more on the channel about Corduroy and his adventures, so we might learn the names sooner or later. But right now, I don't. They don't really say the names ever. Now this is 1987, Corduroy Busy Street, and it talks about this is like that Barbie book I did, Barbie in the City, where she was talking about everybody and everything that was going around the city. There's a Corduroy version about 6 years later. Because that one, the Barbie one came on 81. Now we get to see these people moving now. And it looks like he's in more of a fictional land. Because now you got a dog policeman. You got the kind of the Raggedy Ann Strawberry Shortcake doll riding a bike and everything. See, they don't really give names, they just give what they are. And then they Corduroy and Friends. Now I know a lot of people was kind of mad that Lisa, the mother, wasn't in all the Corduroy books, and they went off a different kind of route. Now I'm okay with that because, like I said, Winnie the Pooh, Christopher Robinson wasn't in all the Winnie the Pooh books. It's mostly Winnie the Pooh and his friends having adventures, and Christopher Robinson popped in here and there. So I'm okay with that. Here, Corduroy Easter, Easter party. Now he had a lot of parties. It seemed like. I think this is now he could have had more, but because this is what I got in the order I got them in. I don't got all his books. This is from 2000. I got it from see 1999. I think we can find some pictures. There we go. His now I don't know if he gets any more friends down the line, but these is four regular friends, and Corey Ray trying to have an Easter party. And I think we got like a bonus character, the bear, but he have different bonus characters in all the stories. And our next one, let's see, Corduroy Valentine Day. This is a Valentine Day book of Corduroy and his friends. It's, and this is from 2004. I keep wanting to say 1990 because I play a lot of 19 books. I don't really pay too many 2000 books. But when I do, if I keep saying 19, is it one, two, three, four? They got a fifth friend now, the pink cat, a purple cat. And I don't know who she is or he is, but here Corey and his regular fourth friend in the fifth one. But here they show who the cat is in more pictures. No, they don't show the cat anymore. So I think he's just a bonus character because they show the regular three friends and that Raggedy Ann Strawberry Shortcake doll. But that purple cat, he's only in that one page. Well, he did in other pages. No. So this is from 2004. What that says? Corduroy Valentine Day. Like I said, we read all these books. This is just me doing like a cap episode to tell you who the characters are that I have found out so far. Now, this book we hadn't read yet, but we will be reading it 4th of July. But you get a sneak preview of what the book is about and what it got in it. Now, I don't know what the book about either. I'll be joining you guys the same way. This is from 2007, and this is a Corduroy Friends enjoying 4th of July stuff. I would have said at the back of the book. Let's see what kind of people we got in here. See if we can find. Okay, here's two of his friends in the American flag and everything. I got two books for Fourth of July. I might get more, but we got two so far. Oh, we got a new one this time. We got a pink one. Okay, he wasn't in none of the books I read so far. But like I said, I only read eight books so far. This will be number nine when I do read it, and I'll be searching for some more of this character too, if you like. And we get some. Oh, we get the whole handful of them. Let's see. There's one, two, three, four, five. Now this character got more in this book than that purple cat did in the other book I showed you. Let's see if the purple cat's in this book. Nope. So the purple cat didn't go too far, unless he's in more of the books later on or before this book. And then the last book from 2018, Corduroy Takes the Bell. Now, this book, I don't know if this book is the last of the Lisa books, the Lisa and Mother books. She looks different in this one. And she looks different because she's not wearing her 60s clothes or her 70s clothes. She's wearing the modern day clothes. But the funny part about it, they're going to update the clothes. I'm amazed they didn't update the character to make her. See, in this year, she's been probably a 30, 40-year-old person. Because I think in some of the Winnie the Pooh books, in the newer books, they had updated Christopher Robinson a little bit. In some of the books I've been reading lately. But they didn't really update her too much. Now, I don't know how old Lisa's supposed to be. I know Christopher Robinson, some of the books he was 8 years old, and in some of the later books he became 15. So they made him grow up in a lot of the books. Lisa looked the same in all the books I've been reading, except the 78 book. She looked more of a teenager in that one. But this one, I don't know if she's a teenager or a little girl in that one, like the first book was. But you can let me know in the comments how old is Lisa supposed to be. 'Cause like I'm following the book just like you guys are. And my first time reading about her, I read about this character. And this is a Corduroy getting in trouble at the orchestra at some kind of play. And the funny part about it is, in the first book, Lisa couldn't talk to her bear. The bear would talk, but Lisa didn't talk back to the bear. But in the second book, in the third book, Lisa and the bear have conversations. So either somebody goofed up. On the second book, it was the same guy who wrote the first book, so I can't blame him. He probably wanted to try something different. But why didn't it in the first book have the same thing? Because here we go. Because the first book, I don't think they ever talked to each other the way they were talking in the first, the second, and third, second in this book. Let's see if they do talk with the people. No, she don't talk to her bear in this book at all. Let's see. Oh, maybe she. No, this must be a home. He said. I know. I have always wanted a home. Nope. He don't. He talked to himself, but the little girl he don't talk to at all. The little girl thinks of him as a toy. Let's see. You must be a friend, said Corey. I had always wanted a friend. Me too, said Lisa. And okay, she do talk to him at the end of the book. So at the end of the book, she talks to him, but through the whole book, she don't talk to this stuff anymore at all. They don't. She treats him as a stuffed animal, but at the end of the book, she treats him as a real person. That's kind of strange. So that kind of makes sense then why she talks to him in the second book. But I'm surprised they didn't make her talk to this animal for all the whole story. At least Christopher Robinson talked to Winnie the Pooh for every book. The first book, the second book, the third. If you know why the reason is, you can leave that in the comments also. And so that's my corduroy um, book, or you can say about the book so far. Now, like I said, I will be getting more of these books because I think there's 33 of them. We won't get all 33 of them because out of the 33, some of them are pop-up books, are certain kind of books that I won't play on the channel because I can't read them kind of books at all. So I'll try to get all his regular books that they made. So we'll get most of his books. There'll be a lot of books I won't be able to read because, like I said, they're pop up or flip books or stuff like that, and you can't flip a book and all that to try to read it on camera. Not me trying to hold the phone and flipping things around. So we try to get all the easy read books. But so far, this is all we got. And you'll get the 4th of July book on 4th of July. And if you know, I don't know if this character's still going. No, I think this is the last book. The Corey takes a bow. So I don't know if the character's still going strong. And I'm just reading and it said the last book or not. But you can leave in the comments if this character's still going strong. And if you know his friends' names and all the other good stuff. If you know more about Corey, leave it in the comments. And it'd be nice to know more about the characters. So please like, subscribe, share, and comment, and have a good every day. We have another video coming out real soon.